Mewbusi's Fortress of Deception. First published WAD. Whoa. Whoops. Something on my screen that I had to grab. What did that say? Apparently it said you're down to 40 health. Did I miss something here? Oh boy. We've got zombies. Is that gonna stay closed? Okay. Anyway. This map is called Ain't That a Kick in the Head? And it's just 77 kills, 22 items, 2 secrets. But I'm pretty sure I started with 40 health. Oh, there's another one. He could have killed me there. I'm on GZ Doom. This is Hexen format. Kind of a cool little design there. Yeah, decent detailing for this stuff, although the perimeter is pretty boring. Just tech green all the way. Some less than ideal alignments. I won't say bad alignment, but perhaps less than ideal. We've got some of these sectors, as I should say, some of these panels are light panels, but we don't really see any light from them necessarily. But yeah, it's kind of some areas of very fine detail, but then you kind of don't get over the perimeter being just bland greenish. What happened here? It says jump is required in one spot. I don't normally play WADs that require jumping at all. Oh, I turned on the lights. That's cool. Okay. So the lights were off. So yeah, like I said, these lights don't seem to be any brighter. But then when you hit the switch, they actually do turn on. See? Now you can see some brightness coming out of those. That's pretty cool. Alright, I guess we go... Oh, I should probably save. I'm gonna die here with my... Yeah, I don't know why you started with... I'm gonna redo it to see the message. Just to see the message. Here. You're gonna have a scar back there for a while. So yeah, apparently you just... I should have maybe read the story. There might be some story going on with this. Whatever. Alright, well, we've got a number of doors here. Yeah, so that was more beginnerish. You open a 64 wide doorway and out come 2 demons. And demons are how wide? 62, I believe. Or is it just even 60? I'm pretty sure they're 62. Oh. Picked up a pistol. Yeah. I guess picking up a pistol is maybe realistic-ish, but it's just pointless in Doom, obviously. You can just start with a pistol. Yeah, a little bit of 3D-age there, not bad. Yeah, we got ourselves a table tennis here, right? Because that's the ping pong paddle. And, yeah. There's a little trash can or something right here, right? Somebody missed. Whenever you see a trash can, you're bound to see a little piece of paper somewhere outside the trash can. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, again, very detailed. As nice as these are, they do contrast in a negative way with the bareness of the rooms, which, I don't know, maybe that's appropriate though, because realistically, rooms are often bland rectangles, aren't they? It doesn't look great in Doom, but often it is actually fairly realistic. Wood floor here. This is actually a texture. And it's being used as a flat. It's a pretty good one to use as a flat. There is a wood texture. Or sorry, there is a wood flat. That's pretty similar. Backpack. Little storage closet here. And this is a red switch. No, it's not. Oh, okay. This is a red door. So this is the elevator, but it doesn't work. Okay. Hello. Oh. Oh, jeez, really? We're gonna do that now? It's like every time a newcomer uses an advanced port, I'm sorry, an advanced game format, it's like they always have to throw some of those monsters in. Okay, so jump is technically required. So I'm gonna jump my way up here, grab this, and I don't think you can get out of here unless you jump. So I don't know, maybe this is the spot where jump is required. Is that one spot? You're not required to go up there at all, but if you do, you definitely have to jump. If you jump in, you can't get out without jumping. Alright, so we got a skull key door there. So we'll see how the design works, see how far we have to backtrack once we get the yellow skull key. Yeah, again, decent lighting in here. Maybe make the second sector a little bit bigger. You know, this one is nice, but then maybe make this one come out a little bit more. And there are definitely ways to clean up the ceiling with advanced ports. There are even a few ways to do that in vanilla, but that's not something we need to discuss right away in a kind of beginner map here. Oh boy. So yeah, Doom maps don't always lend themselves all that nicely to realism. We've got some nice touches of it here, but I'm afraid that some of the blandness of the map just kind of has a negative contrast with some of that realism. We're getting rockets, but not seeing a rocket launcher. Oh, you can actually jump over that. Yeah, in vanilla this would probably be impassable. That would be the only way to make that work. But you can actually get up there. Forgive my awkwardness. I don't use a lot of jumping, so I don't really bind it to a key that works well. I didn't used to bind it at all, but then I started binding it just in case. Well, whatever. I don't know, this could be dangerous. Let's see here. You got two switches, right? Oh no, just one. They just start appearing, huh? Oh, there's lost souls too. Oh, there's still gunners. Oh, shotgunners too. I don't think there's any health in this room. It's interesting. That had some parts going for it that worked pretty well, to be honest with you. I liked, first of all, you've got a clear priority, which is your shotgunners. But then it's almost a little bit of a mixed priority. Lost souls can mess with you quite a bit. Obviously, even when the shotgunners are dead, there are still some regular former humans, so they're kind of a priority if you have low health, which you do because you start this map with 40 and there's really not much health in it. But another thing you've got is, even though this looks like a big open rectangle, there's some tight spaces here. You go up here, That's single file. You go through here, it's pretty much single file if there's a demon. So the demons become fairly high priority just because of their ability to restrict your movement in this particular space. So that was not a bad fight at all. The fact that they all just teleported in, yeah, maybe we could do something a little bit more organic than that. But really not the end of the world. Decent use of a slope here. The room itself, not great, obviously, just tons of gray, rectangle, ceiling is boring, walls are boring, floor is boring. But I gotta say, the gameplay in here was fairly exciting. And we got the L key, so not much of a backtrack, just go right back through here. Yeah. Yeah, classic enemy teleports behind you. Doom players have seen that enough times that if a trap opens and then a monster teleports, they're almost guaranteed to be right behind me. So, not really an effective trap in 2020. But a good idea to put something into the backtrack. Gotta save again, because, yeah, as far as I know, there's just one medikit in this entire map in there, or up there. Yeah. Okay. This is the chain gun slot. Oh, he came right out of the wall. You see that? Is it recoil? I don't think it's recoil. I think it's just a little vibrate. Oh my goodness. Oh. Excellent. Berserk. That's just what I needed. Yeah, interesting little trap. Just put him behind the false walls. Yeah, map would definitely give that secret away. It'd be nice to grab this rocket launcher, because I got 7 rockets now. Ooh, I forgot about my backpack. Lots of shells. That particular Baron of Hell did not gain anything by being a Baron as opposed to a Hell Knight. If he's a Hell Knight, he still has way more health than all these other monsters. Going from 500 to 1,000 doesn't really change the difference between the Hell Noble and Imps and Shotgunners. Obviously their attacks are the exact same, but you also don't have big weaponry at all. So it's going to be slow to kill him, even if he's a Hell Knight. You've got a chain gun, you've got a regular shotgun. So I think, oh, this chair is knocked over, that's kind of cool. So I think it would certainly be good for that just to be a Hell Knight, if anything. It's not a terrible use of a stronger enemy in here, because there's some awkward movement behind here and a little bit of, you got a pillar here, so there's definitely some places where you could potentially get stuck. It's not like a huge wide open area. So not a terrible idea to use a beefy monster. Revenant might be better. I think Hell Knight would certainly be better than a Baron. Lots of backpacks. Kind of cool to use the sliding doors. Yeah. I got all the secrets already, so I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Yeah, again, we get some realism here. This is kind of cool. This is also a flat. That's used as a texture. I think that's, yeah, that's ceiling 5-1. Alright, let's go ahead and save one more time. Oh. Oh, wait, this is the... Yeah, I forgot this was all a quest for the red key. So yeah, that's actually that's a pretty nice backtrack. I think I could probably go all the way back around. But you're saved from doing that. And the thing I really like about it is that by the time you get to that, you may not even remember that you need the red key or where the red door is, and then you just follow the natural progression and boom, there you are. So look at it on the map, you start here, you go up and through here, yellow door there, but you gotta go get it over here, through the yellow door, up and around, red key, elevator, boom. So yeah, pretty nice layout there. Definitely shows some foresight, like it was planned. This carpet's kind of weird here. If we're going for realism, I don't think carpets are usually cut like this. They either cover the entire floor so it'd be up against the wall, or they're in normal polygon type shapes. I don't think they're usually shaped like this. Plus it ends up looking weird with the lamps there, but not that big a deal. So this is kind of a... How many monsters are left? Just 8 monsters. This is kind of a foreshadowing, right? We've got all these dead humans in an empty hallway. Okay. Oh yeah, lots of revenants. The lost soul. Okay, good. He's done. Ow. I ate that one. I actually enjoy Revenant shotgun fights or Revenant chain gun fights. I do think there's a rocket launcher somewhere that I apparently missed, although I got all the secrets. What happened? Oh, a little teleporter trick? Something? Oh. Oh yeah. Okay, so this is the lower level, therefore we had to use a teleporter trick. Which also explains why there's no activity in this room. Yeah, it's done pretty well. I didn't notice it at all. Which means it's done right. The doors are probably tagged the same. Yeah. So yeah, seemed to know what he was doing with that. That's for sure. Alright. So is that just the exit switch or what? Yeah, okay, we're done. So yeah, I don't know about the rocket launcher. Yeah, solid layout, I would say. Definitely shows some promise as a mapper, I think, with the foresight to make the layout make sense. Solid use of faux 3D flooring. I mean, that was a teleporter trick, but it worked out rather well, I would say. There were definitely some moments where there was some cramped hallway, doorway type combat. Like the first Revenant, you just kind of shot down the hall. The first door you opened, well, the first door I opened, not the first, maybe the second or third door. But it was just 2 demons in the room. You just kind of shoot them, fish in a barrel style. But some of the combat was pretty solid. I enjoyed fighting the rest of the Revenants in that medium-sized room with a few obstacles. The yellow key area I thought was pretty well done. There's just enough different monster types and just enough different types of of threat level, different types of priority level for Doom guys. So that I thought worked out pretty well. Visually, it is kind of a mix of high detail, fine detail, and no detail, which actually is somewhat realistic because, like I said, you know, if this is some sort of office building, office buildings are blank walls. You know, buildings are pretty much rectangles with blank walls. So in that sense, yeah, it is kind of realistic. It doesn't always work well in a Doom map. The thing that works less is really the flow. Sometimes where you have like these small rooms and small doorways and you have combat in those, that doesn't always work that well. This map did a fairly good job of limiting that. It did happen in a couple of places. But I would certainly recommend not being too tied to realism as this WAD progresses, or as mewbusi makes another map. That's something that could come back to bite. But yeah, all in all, I mean, not bad for a first published effort. I think, you know, you can sense some newbieisms in there, if you will, like the ghost imps on the platforms, some of the door hallway combat. But the layout itself, I think, is pretty solid and not something you'd expect from an absolute beginner. You often just get, here's a room connected to a room, connected to a room, connected to a room. And this was a little bit better than that. It still could use some interconnection where you have, you know, where the spaces are even more dependent on each other, and you know, there's a possibility of some room crossing for the monsters even, and things aren't so distinct, but certainly did it better than some. Alright, there you have it. Ain't that a kick in the head? mewbusi.